New Barcelona coach Xavi made very clear at his presentation press conference at the Camp Nou on Monday that he believes standards had slipped at the club since he left as a player 6 years ago, and also that he would be demanding a lot more from everyone at the club, starting with the imposition of new, stronger hand in the dressing room. We are not getting good results. We need to improve in many things, Xavi said. In order to be able to compete, we need to have order. It is not about being hard, but about order and rules. And the rules must be followed. When I have had rules in the dressing room, things have gone well. When the rules were not followed, things didn't go well. It is not about discipline, it is about order. Xavi had proposed this idea during an interview with the club's in house TV channel earlier in the day. He also mentioned it when he was cheered by almost 10,000 fans inside the stadium as he signed a contract that runs until the summer of 2024. And he returned to it again and again during an hour long press conference in which he confidently and directly answered every question put to him. We need to make demands on the players and demands on ourselves, he said. This is Barca. When we have done that, we have had success. This is my experience. More recently, I was not here, not given an opinion. That suggested strongly that Xavi agrees with the idea held by many around the club over the last few years that things have become a bit slack in the first team dressing room, more or less, since Xavi himself left after 2014-15 season, and then Luis Enrique departed as head coach 2 years later. Ernesto Valverde, Kike Setien, and Ronald Koeman, their head coaches since, have never really looked able to take on the most influential figures in the team. That period has coincided with Barcelona's financials being ruined as the dressing room was filled with overpaid, underperforming players. Meanwhile, on the pitch, the team's results have slipped and slipped through successive embarrassing Champions League exits to Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain, right up to their current ninth place in La Liga following Saturday's 3-3 draw away to Celta Vigo. So Xavi's message seemed directly aimed at the veteran players who were once his teammates but have since lived through ever greater disappointments. Gerard Piqué, Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba, and Mark ter Stegen. Asked directly whether he would find it difficult to manage people he knew so well, Xavi was quick to say it would not be a problem at all. All the players start from zero, he said. But it is an advantage that I know them, even which sock they've put on first. We need to ask a lot from them, and it is because I know them that I will be able to press them even harder. Their experience is very important in the dressing room. They are the captains and they must lead, especially when things are bad. Xavi did not shy away from Barca's current problems, repeating various times that the club was in a bad moment on and off the pitch. Offered the chance for an easy PR hit that the club's outstanding young players were the solution, Xavi agreed that Ansu Fati, Gavi, Nico, and others were exceptional talents, but said it was up to others to help these kids establish themselves in the team. The great performance of very young players have been surprising, especially the case of Gavi with the national team at the age of 17, Xavi said. Now we need to help them in many things, to enjoy training and to perform. Every game at Barca is an exam and you have to get top marks. Generally, Xavi stayed away from dealing with individual cases and 140 million euro flop Philippe Coutinho was not mentioned by name at all. However, the Brazilian was the first obvious player to come to mind when the new coach said that while watching from Qatar, it had been clear to him that some players were suffering from the pressure of pulling on a Blaugrana shirt. I can see from outside that some players are having problems with the pressure of playing for Barca, he said. The psychological sides of being a Barca player is difficult. I saw that myself as a player. My objective is to help them on personal and professional levels, and from there, that they will perform well. The one player who Xavi did go out of his way to talk up was Ousmane Dembele, currently sidelined with a muscle injury and also out of contract at the end of the season. Dembele for me could be the best in the world in his position, Xavi said. He has spectacular ability, but it depends on him. His mentality, that he avoids injury, that he is comfortable, that he performs. So his renovation is a priority. It was surprised to see the new coach immediately getting involved in squad building issues. Barca have no shortage of transfer decision makers, and previous coaches Valverde, Setien, and Koeman had little say in who was signed or sold. Juan Laporta quickly joked, "I understand," drawing chuckles all around. But the not very subtle nudge was clear sign that Xavi is aware of the power he now yields as a playing legend returning to a club which so needs a savior. It was also striking how Xavi's clearness and directness about what he planned to do contrasted with Laporta's vagueness when asked to confirm exactly how much the club had paid to trigger Xavi's release clause at previous club Al Sadd. The former playmaker did pay tribute to his former coaches at Barca, name-checking all of Johan Cruyff, Louis van Gaal, Frank Rijkaard, Pep Guardiola, and Luis Enrique, and made clear that the team would play with Barca DNA. He also joked that he would love to coach Lionel Messi, while cleverly positioning that now Paris Saint-Germain play in Barca's past along with other former teammates Samuel Eto'o and Ronaldinho. Both while a player with Barca and coach at Al Sadd, Xavi has often spoken at length about tactical issues and his philosophy of the game. But on Monday, he stressed that the really important issue was not whether the team set up 3-4-3 or 4-3-3, but how the players behaved day to day, did their work, and understood the demands required of playing for Barca. This meant winning every game with no excuses, and to do so would mean new standards would have to be upheld. At the first moment, it is very important to have rules for the team, Xavi said in his final answer. Then values, respect, attitude, effort. Without these values, we don't have a team. Then we can talk about our way of playing, how we attack, how we defend. But in my opinion, the most important thing is to put these rules first. We have to get our standards back in every sense. That was again a clear message to the current Barcelona team. The new coach was not coming for a magic formula to make them play better. He was coming to demand they upped their own levels and standards. Such comments will bring a huge boost of optimism for Barca's fans who are so downbeat after so many disappointments in recent years. Xavi's first day as Blaugrana coach will also have been a jolt for many in the dressing room. Past relationships and reputation will count zero with the new boss. So that's it for today, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed my video. If you did, smash down that like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new over here, and I am out.